Good morning, Muscatine, and happy Wellness Wednesday. This is my favorite day of the week because I get to talk all to you about health, nutrition, and fitness. As always, I'd like to start off with our sponsors: Hy-Vee, Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Suntan City, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper's Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine County Fair, and Bayer of Muscatine. Some events that are taking place today: we have Name That Tune Trivia tonight at 6 p.m. at Contrary. So it is free to play. You can have up to 8 people per team, ages 21 and older. And there's plenty of house prizes that you can do there. So 6 p.m. tonight at Contrary. There's live music as well from 6 to 9. Proof Social will have music on Thursday evening. Mississippi Brew on Friday. So every single day there is going to be live music within Muscatine. Also, the Almost Friday Fest is this Thursday from 5 to 8 on the riverfront. So if you love AC/DC, you're going to love this band, Angus Combe. Free entertainment, bring a lawn chair. There's going to be food and drinks available for purchase as well. So this Thursday, Almost Friday, from 5 to 8. Remember that there's also fireworks now that you can purchase. So the tent is up. They are open from 8 to 11 every single day till July 4th. So last year they sold over $30,000. This year, her goal is to sell $31,000. There's a bunch of so many different ones that you can choose from. So go get your fireworks at the tent here at the Big Hy-Vee, and this is supporting the MCSA. So support. You see the gorilla. If it's inflated, they are open. If it's deflated, they're taking a break. So from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every single day. Today, with it being Wellness Wednesday, my guest today is someone that I'm fairly confident I know very well. It is my husband and the owner of Impact Fitness and Nutrition. Hello.
Hello. I'm in full inflated gorilla mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like the MCSA fireworks tent.
You are the gorilla.
I'm in full inflated gorilla mode. I'm not deflated. I'm not taking a nap, or I'm not away. So
you are up and moving and ready to go.
And ready to go. Ready to conquer Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So today we are going to be talking about how to properly fuel your body for performance. So Scott, have you ever started a workout and realized quickly that you did not have enough in your tank to fuel it?
I will admit to that more times than I actually care to admit, quite honestly. And days get in the way, and that's where we talk about healthy habits, being able to not only schedule workouts but also eating regularly as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you get into that and you hit that wall, you bonk, whatever it is. You don't have the fuel in the tank to be able to basically just be a badass through your workout.
Yes.
And it's not a good feeling, because you just hit this wall and you go, I can't really move anymore. Your body's not going to perform the way it needs to.
And when you have hit that wall, do you just kind of look at that clock and be like, why are you moving so slow?
It just drags out.
Like that 20 seconds is like the worst 20 seconds of working.
Oh, whether it's 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or a minute, and you quickly realize how important eating is. Mm-hmm. We can go into a long discussion, how you feel during the workday.
Yeah.
The 2 o'clock sleepies. Mm-hmm. And I mean, even getting into work, how fueling for an office job is as important as fueling for a workout.
Yeah, correct. So we have some athletes that they have admitted to us that they didn't have anything before workout. Especially, we have a 5:30 a.m. and a lot of them will admit, well, I just had some coffee and some creamer. Mm-hmm. Like not even water. And they will just crash instantly, especially morning workouts are so difficult.
They are.
But you have to retrain your body to want to have something, and they then realize it, especially, mm-hmm. some days we'll have a test and they kind of have that, oh crap, I didn't fuel up for this. I'm not prepared for it.
And I mean, when you think about it, let's say, I'll put it in quotes, the old air quotes thing, you know, if we normally eat around 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 o'clock, and when you get into a 5:30 a.m. workout, you have actually fasted for over 11 hours.
Yes.
And so we don't typically, because we don't really talk about fasting at all, but now your body is craving food, whole foods, and something to get the body going. And so, you know, those 5:30 a.m. workouts, getting a little bit of carb, getting a little bit of sugar, basically restarting the body and getting a little bit of fuel. Every body is different in regards to what settles with them, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know, but applesauce can be just a great start to your workout.
So today, how we're going to talk about things is the best way to fuel for the day before, the day of, and how to fuel for recovery. Because you can't just eat something before and something after and not prepare yourself. So even the day before creates such an impact into your life. And when we're talking about who this nutrition talk is for, we are going to be talking about everyday kind of pre, before, and after workouts. But people who are getting ready for tournaments, if you're an athlete, if you do sporting events, this talk is going to be a lot for you and how to understand how to fuel for performance and how to properly fuel it using whole foods rather than fast foods. I think didn't you have one of your boys get like McDonald's or something?
That was post. That was.
It was a post?
That was post.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when we talk about this, it's also looking forward to a certain goal that you're working for. Maybe it's for that event or for that competition. Maybe it is a 5K. But even if you are considered an elite or advanced athlete, these are the kind of nutrition tips that you want to take your performance to the next level. So we're going to talk about how to fuel the day before. And when we talk about this, a lot of people will hear the statement, oh, I need to load up on carbs. And these carbs that they're talking about are your breads and your pastas, your waffles, your pancakes. They don't understand that carbs there's non-starchy carbs and there are starchy carbs. Our non-starchies are our vegetables. The starchy carbs is our fruits and the grains and the rices. So when you hear a lot of it, the biggest mistake is athletes are told, eat more carbs. And when we look at this, it's the glycogen that is stored for the carbs that we eat. So a lot of that can actually be found within the liver and as well within our muscle tissue. So it's primarily used to fuel the muscle tissue, and it's in the liver and it's distributed throughout the whole body. I'm sure before you learned all of this back in your college days, did you hear the whole eat more carbs thing?
Yeah, and it was always, carb load the night before. We would go to Olive Garden or somewhere, Fazoli's, wherever there was pasta. If we were going out, fill up on all of the goodness.
And do you know the term hitting a wall?
Yeah.
And how many times did you hit that wall and crash?
Like I said, I will admit it more times than I really care to. I get it. We get in a hurry. But eating the right things is as important as just feeling that we just need to do this on a one-time effort.
And it's not that, obviously having carbs is a bad thing, but eating mounds of it, it's just not the way to go. So our body takes time to break down all of those carbs that you just ate and tried to turn them into your glycogen stores. While the carbs are, very important, there's also a better way to do this. So daily basis of eating whole foods, getting a balance of carbs, fat, and protein, eating consistently, using snacks as well, and your meals. You have to have those snacks in between your meals. You can't, you always heard the you need to have at least 3 meals a day. And then people will be like, well, I break it down into 6 small meals. It's like, well, that's, but I'd rather you have a breakfast, a morning snack, a lunch, a PM snack, and your dinner.
Yeah, and remember, we're talking about, and this is just for everyone out there are ultra elite athletes that they have nutrition experts and probably cooks that are helping them out. And when they are getting ready for maybe an ultra marathon or even a triathlon, anything where there's such a demand on the body, they are prepping weeks, and I mean, not only for their workout methods, but the week leading up to their training their body. Because if you're eating, maybe you're on a 1,800 or 2,400 calorie a day type of workout plan, do you really want to drop in another 1,200 calories, especially in carbs and pasta? You're gonna feel very bloated. Yeah. You're not gonna feel comfortable that night.
Your body's just not gonna store it properly, or it's not gonna go to where it should go either.
Exactly, and so that's why we want to make sure that as we're talking to our friends out in the Muscatine community right now, this is more of the everyday. Yeah. And as you're working out, and even before and a little bit later, I'll talk about how I prep for golf tournaments. I have a bunch of golf tournaments this month. She already knows that they're on the calendar. And so I need to be able to fuel properly. And you think during a 4 or 5 hour golf round, I need to think properly as well. It's not only for physical nourishment, but also mental nourishment.
And I don't consider myself an elite or advanced athlete.
I don't either.
I work out 3 to 4 times a day, and on those
a week.
Well, sorry, yes, a week, not a day.
You would be ultra at that point.
And I do walks. For myself, if I'm able to get in the gym and do a 55-minute workout, that's great. If not, I make sure that I'm at least walking, whether it's walking with Patrick, walking our dog. Getting daily movement in doesn't have to be just in the gym. So that's always a good thing to think about it, is these are things that you can utilize even if you do walk every day, or maybe you ride your bike every day. Still apply these into your daily lifestyle, because this is for everyone.
Yes.
So one of the easiest ways between eating consistently, getting a balance of carbs, fat, and protein is following plate method. So the day before a workout, or just in every single day, utilizing the plate method. Would you like to tell them what the plate method is?
I can do that. When you look at your plate, and one of the things that we also talk about is how you measure appropriately for proteins, what's an appropriate measurement for fats, and using the hand method as well. Do quick hand size. So you can see my hand is bigger, and if you
I am a rabbit.
Go here. So obviously when we talk proteins, my hand is bigger. I need a bigger portions. And so when we talk portions, it's our half plate of non-starchy veggies, our anything basically green, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, oh my gosh, the list goes on and on and on.
I love the fact that you
squash.
you named 2 Bs. I was waiting for you to do like the ABCs of vegetables.
Oh, well, I could go asparagus, and then there's carrots, and then I'm done after that. Your starchy carbs, cauliflower, not so much
fruits.
Cauliflower. What's that?
Your fruits.
Yes, fruits. Thank you. Fruits.
Your whole grains.
And then that's where I was going. Whole grains, and then a quarter plate of protein. There again, the hand size is the key. When and I think if you follow us, or especially following her on Instagram or through our Impact Instagram site, we've shown the different. We've prepared the same foods, but because of my caloric intake and how that's different than yours, our portions are different.
Yeah.
But it's the same foods, but it's exactly what my body needs. It's exactly what your body needs.
Yep. So the hand portion sizes and how it's a very easy tool because your hands are your measuring cups. So your fists are your veggies. You always want to have 2 fists of veggies. Mm-hmm. Then we look at the palm for your protein, and then your starchy carbs is a cup. So for women, it's actually half the size. For men, it's a full cup. Then we utilize our thumbs to measure out our healthy fats. So that's our oils, that's our avocados, that's seeds, nuts. Those are gonna be your thumbs. So women is 1 thumb and men is 2 thumbs. So especially if you are in a super packed, I need to grab, go to get to work, your hands become those quick tools, so then you're not having to take that extra time to exactly measure out 4 ounces of protein, mm-hmm. or making sure I have 2 actual measuring cups of vegetables. Your hands become those tools.
And so connecting those 2 dots of fueling properly the night before a big event, mm-hmm. and our hand guide, you can still, know we want to be able to understand what a 4 ounces of protein is, 6 ounces, 8 ounces of protein, and by using our plate method, now we can connect the dots. We can take this outside just in our everyday, if we go visit a restaurant, what's on the menu that I can get? Think back to our plate method, connect the dots with your hands, and be able to say, okay, I need this, this, and this,
yep.
and be able to piecemeal that dinner together. What you don't want is, not having a strategy or a plan going into eating, i.e., let's carb load and have a big truckload of pasta on your plate, and then you come out and you have the food baby.
Yeah, it's like you said, Olive Garden. You get the free breadsticks.
Skip
the breadsticks.
Skip the breadsticks.
I know they're delicious.
What are the other ones? Texas Roadhouse.
Yep.
Those, we all know that. Our mouths are probably watering because we've had Texas Roadhouse before. Those rolls are the bomb. The cinnamon butter, all of a sudden, 2, 3, 4 later, you go, oh my goodness. So I'm not saying skip it, but be conscious of what you're putting into the body, mm-hmm. when you're in a restaurant. You can have one. It's not gonna be detrimental to you.
That's like you and chips and salsa.
Yeah, we all know the chips and salsa thing. And that gets into grazing. That's a whole different thing of eating out of the bag. That's a whole different show right there.
So, and also, not only just following the plate method, when you want to set yourself up for success, so say you are going to do a morning workout, or you have maybe a 5K, skip the alcohol the night before, aim to get 60 to 80 ounces of water, and get a good night's sleep. I don't think people realize how important sleep is.
Oh, it's absolutely, yeah. That 7 to 8 hours, I mean, again, we always say life happens. Sometimes there's 4 hours of sleep. And think back to that time. Man, I got a really good night's rest at 8 hours, how that felt versus 4 hours. Mm-hmm. Don't let the excuse of I only got 3 or 4 hours of sleep keep you from getting in to work out. You're not gonna not go into work.
Yeah.
So it's still continuing that habit. Yeah, I didn't get the best sleep last night. I didn't recover appropriately. And I use the Whoop bracelet. And so I look at my recovery. I have a little diary of, okay, what did you do? Did you have caffeine? Did you have alcohol? Did you have enough water? All of these things. And all of a sudden now I get this, I've had 2 years of data in regards to how my performance is.
Yeah, and you see on and it's the Whoop bands are amazing. I'm not wearing mine. If you have alcohol the night before and you log it into your diary, it will automatically pick up in your recovery that you had 8% of recovery, mm-hmm. because you had that, maybe that 1 beer right before mm-hmm. bed. You didn't allow your body enough time to intake water before going to sleep. You had that and crashed. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying you did it, but it's incredible, those Whoop bands are. So let's talk about how to properly fuel your body maybe the day of your workout. And now that this breaks down into 2 different areas. We have a morning scenario and an evening scenario. So I like to work out in the evenings, and you like to work out in the mornings. So how we properly utilize and fuel our body is two different spectrums. So if you're someone that loves to work out in the morning, I'm saying 5:30, 6:30, 8 o'clock, you know, the sun is still going, and some people are still sleeping, like our son. Our bodies overnight get into a fasted state. So we have to utilize the body for energy. So eating before is a must because you want to replenish that lost energy. So if you are doing anything in the mornings, try and wake up just a little bit earlier, and you need to aim for healthy carbs and a protein. So notice how I did not say fat, and I didn't say fat because fat slows down the digestion process. So it delays everything and also slows down the amount of time for the carbs and the protein to get into our cells to get our bodies working. So some recommendations would be a liquid source such as a smoothie, applesauce with protein powder, non-fat Greek yogurt. A liquid source is just going to be easier for our bodies to digest so we can utilize that energy faster. Because if you have something heavy, like a starchy bagel, for instance, and maybe you put some peanut butter on it, that is not the kind of storage for the carbs that we want. It's just going to overbloat us and feel heavy into our stomach, especially if you are doing a high intensity, especially if you're running or biking. You don't want to have that heavy. You want to have the liquid sources so it can digest faster. What do you eat in the morning?
I'm not falling into a rut, but I do eat the same thing most every morning before I go in. With our class scheduled at 5:30, 6:30, and 8, I won't be able to get back in and eat anything until really 9 o'clock as far as having my breakfast. But in the mornings, I have a cup of oatmeal. I cook that quickly, like 90 seconds in the microwave, and then drop 1 scoop of Ascent vanilla protein in there. Mix that up, and generally about 1/8 of a cup of blueberries or fruit, just to be able to give me a little bit of sugar. And to me, I can work out with that in my belly. I'm thankful for a great digestive system that I can be able to do that.
Well, and you have that 5 in the morning, and when you go teach, you do the workout probably like what, a couple hours later?
Yeah.
6:30, 7 o'clock?
Exactly.
So you're allowing your body time. You're not having that a half hour beforehand. But the Greek yogurt, the applesauce protein powder, fruit smoothie, those are something that you can have within 30 minutes before your workout.
And, you know, and if I do need to catch up with some food, the little Go-Go Squeeze applesauce, take it out of what Patrick has, and add
out of his storage.
Out of his storage, and add some protein in that as well. And so that's that instant, quote unquote, instant energy that will get me through the next hour of a workout.
If you are someone that works out in the evening, have a normal balanced breakfast, have a lunch, and have a few snacks. So you want to fuel yourself throughout the day, in addition to having a carb before the workout, such as like an applesauce, which is very easy. Most importantly, don't try anything new the day of. So don't go out to eat and try something new on the menu. Stick to what you know. Trying new foods can obviously leave some uncertainty into your belly. Might not sit well. Your GI tract is just kind of not going to be happy with you, and that's something that you don't want to deal with. So just stick to the foods that you know. And we've had this pre-workout.
Yeah.
And we both used to use pre-workout quite a bit, and we realized that it gets your heart going, it gets your adrenaline pumping, and then you surely crash. So if you are someone that does a pre-workout, still make sure that you are having food with this. I just recommend skipping a pre-workout in general. Basically, it's a sugar, it's a candy. You can go to stores and buy like the pre-workout, and it has like 250 milligrams of caffeine in it, and then you're gonna crash at the very end of that workout. I just personally recommend just skipping a pre-workout in general, stick to the whole foods. That's just my recommendation.
I think, yeah, the elevated heart rate is one thing that's already elevated as you're getting into a workout. Like I said, for a while I was doing that. I thought I needed it. I was feeling sluggish before a workout. Boom, I'm ready to go. I'm that inflated gorilla. If you peel back the layers of that onion, why was I sluggish to begin with?
Yeah.
I wasn't fueling properly. Maybe I didn't have breakfast that day. Who knows? I think back to when I when I had a corporate gig and how I felt through the afternoons. And so, did I eat differently at lunch? Did I not have lunch? Bad Scott at that time. But then again, not knowing then what I know now. So yeah, maybe I was feeling sluggish. Boom, little pre-workout. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
But you don't really need that when you fuel your body properly ahead of time with the right foods.
You see it all the time on social media, especially like on TikTok or whatnot, and people are taking bangs or they're dry scooping pre-workout, and it's like, you don't need it. It's not, It doesn't do anything, it doesn't benefit you. It just gives you that adrenaline. Whole foods, natural resources, vitamins within those.
That will give you the energy.
That gives you more energy and the nutrients that you need for your body, more so than a pre-workout. So that's just my recommendation, just to skip that all in general.
And just as important as we talk about anything pre-workout, when a workout creates demand in your body, muscles, the little tiny muscle fibers break down. That's why we're sore. We need then to fuel up after a workout. And so that's just as important as anything else. Getting electrolytes back into us. Coconut water is a great example of that. Mixing it with your favorite protein flavor.
Yep.
You may just go, a little cringe factor. No, give it a shot.
Yeah.
And we're not saying, it's got to be coconut water and vanilla. It's the bomb diggity. No, maybe you like some other flavors. Maybe you like it with chocolate. Everybody's palate is different. Find out what works for you. Again, that applesauce and protein.
Yeah. Real quick before you get into that, I want you to talk about, especially for a tournament, golf being a really good example. And talking about how you properly fuel your body for those long days. Because you walk. You don't drive a cart.
No.
You carry your clubs and you walk, and this is a 5-hour event. So you sent me a couple graphics just talking about how to utilize your body to prepare for tournaments and sporting events. So talk to me about those.
And there again, it also depends on if you have a morning tee time, if you have an afternoon tee time. Afternoon tee time's a little bit more beneficial, but you can't really skimp on one and say, I'll fix it later.
Yeah.
If you have that that opportunity, that you still want a good balanced meal as far as a breakfast. And even of whole grain bagels, turkey bacon, egg, cheese, spinach, any type of fruit, watermelon. Watermelon's 80% water. And so anything to be able to get in your belly prior to a workout. If you were to have, say, an 8 o'clock tee time, what time are you waking up? Are you waking up at 5 or are you waking up at 7 going, oh crap, I'm late and I'm going to get to the golf course at 7:30.
Yeah.
The recommendations is that 4 hours before you play, be able to chew a particular breakfast, and that's the what I was talking about, the whole grain bagels, turkey spinach wraps, carrot sticks, grapes, waters. Those are great for that lunch, but trying to get that 4-hour time frame ahead of time. 2 hours nibbling on maybe Greek yogurt and berries, bananas, an RX bar, with their 3 or 4 ingredients that they have.
Yep.
string cheese and grapes, you have hard-boiled egg, oatmeal and blueberries. That's why I think I've gravitated to oatmeal so much in the morning, that I know that this is very easily on my my GI system to be able to process.
And again, again, it's a protein carb, it's not fat.
Correct. And then an hour out, maybe take some applesauce, more of that sipping. So we had chewing, we had little nibble bites 2 hours before, and sipping on something an hour out, applesauce, so any type of water or electrolytes. During the summer, that much more important because of the heat. And so that's just leading up to, for me, for my tea time, and then always having snacks in the bag, ready to go, drinking plenty of water. And the interesting thing is that from a dietary standard, even having some trail mix is good, but keeping more of the M&Ms and the sugar and the candy, the Jolly Ranchers, for the last 30 minutes of your round, which basically equates to about 2 or 3 golf holes. That sugar gets into your system. It's very easy on the system, but it keeps you alert, keeps you focused when you need it the most over the last 3, 4, 5, 6 holes, where you're if you're not mentally prepared, your mind can wander, and all of a sudden you're not hitting the shots that you're capable of.
All right, so that's a lot. So
it is a lot,
whole foods, little snacks, and sips. And of course, water is definitely highly recommended. 8 to 16 ounces of water. This right here is 20. So as long as I know that I'm having at least half of this, 1 hour before your sporting event is always recommended to just keep the hydration and the digestive system going. So now that we've talked about the day before, the workout, now what does after in regards to recovery look like?
We touched on it just briefly. Any type of protein powder, electrolyte replacements, absolutely important. There are some fizzy tabs out on the market that you can have. You just drop them in a 16-ounce bottle of water, gives you those electrolytes. That works especially during the round, but afterwards, applesauce, proteins, and have it in a shake form. That will carry you over until you can then get home or get to a restaurant if you're traveling on the road, to be able to get your more whole foods.
And you want to have this at least 1 to 2 hours for after your workout.
I would say under about 30 to 60 minutes, because that's going to properly then rebuild muscles after the workout, and then also after my golf tournaments.
Well, it also depends. If you did a pre-workout meal or snack, you need to at least balance that 4-hour difference. So that's where waiting an hour afterwards will give you that time lapse, just to be safe. If you are someone that loves pizza or donuts after like a post-workout treat, your body's going to be more sensitive to it, meaning that the glucose can get into the blood and get into our cells faster. So we just want good quality whole foods. I'm not saying you can't enjoy treats, but obviously be mindful and move on into it. When we also look at this, we recommend protein shakes. It's just a common question of what kind of protein or brand should I get? So when you are looking at protein, you want to make sure that it is regulated by FDA. This means that the supplement companies, they can put a lie into it. So you want to make sure when you look at bags, I don't know if it actually has it on here, which is oh yes, they do, and they just made it super small. So normally you'll see a giant sticker on a lot of protein companies, but it will say like Informed Sport, or it will also say FDA, US on here. It's a giant sticker that says, hey, these are healthy, whole, and good quality products. So we use a scent at Impact, and we've got different flavors. We've got chocolate, we've got vanilla, chocolate peanut butter. We have strawberry now, which is a really great summer one. Unfortunately, I can't have this one because it is natural strawberry. So we sell a scent. I know Hy-Vee sells a scent too, and they've got 1-pound bags, but these are 2-pound bags. There's 25 grams of protein, fast digesting, and this is great to have for smoothies and after workouts. I always put a scoop in when I am just needing my smoothie during the day. I use spinach, but 1 scoop is equivalent to 3 cups of whole milk, 4 large eggs, a small chicken breast, and 3/4 cups of an almond. So it's so delicious. It's not chalky either, which is a really great idea too.
And we also recommend, you know, about 25 grams per serving on that. You know, when you see some of the milks out there that say, hey, we got 42 grams of protein in it. Okay, that's all well and good, but our bodies don't have the full capability to process that 42 grams of protein, and then you're gonna still feel bloated.
Yes.
So 25 is really the recommended serving on that.
So a lot of the post-workouts, just, you know, fueling for success. If you're not sure what to do, if you want to come back to all of this, just message us, go to our Facebook page and contact us so you can learn more about how to properly fuel it the day before, during the day of, the day after, and right after your workout. This is something utilized for even walking, riding your bike, even if you're just going to the gym for a half hour. You still want to implement this every single day just to keep and maintain consistency.
Yes.
So we are going to take a quick break, and then we are going to introduce to you something that we offer at Impact that is open to the muscatine community. It is our in-body body composition, and this is I don't want to say it's a fun toy.
No, it's not.
But it is something that I feel is better than just your normal house scale.
Oh, absolutely it is.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we will see you in just a minute.
Hi, I'm TJ Deere, General Manager here at Toyota of Muscatine.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm from Muscatine.
My name is Logan, and I'm from Muscatine.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we believe in investing in our community.
And that's why all our members are local to the Muscatine area.
It's why we give generously to charities based in our city.
Because we believe that giving back means paying it forward.
That's why an investment in us is an investment in our community.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we're here to serve.
When you buy a vehicle at a multi-brand dealership and it isn't locally owned, it can be difficult to get information that you need.
That's why all of our trained salespeople are focused on one thing, getting you the best deal possible on a new or used Toyota.
And when you pick your favorite, we will help you with financing and maintenance.
We love helping our neighbors.
Come to Toyota Muscatine today.
All right, and we are back, a little stage setup. So what we have at Impact, and this, like I said, this is offered for everyone within Muscatine to use. So this is called the InBody, and it's a body composition. So with this, it describes everything within your body internally. You know, when we go home, you always have your little floor scale, you step on it and you just see a number, but it doesn't tell you anything. It says, oh, you gained weight, but yet you go to the gym every single day. You eat consistently, you have balanced meals, and you're struggling on why in the world am I still gaining weight? And I think we've had...
Or I'm not losing weight.
Or I'm not losing weight, I'm gaining weight. And I think we've had 3 or 4 of our athletes now. They had at-home scales. They ended up throwing them away. Because if you're weighing yourself every single day, it's going to mentally drive you insane. And we've met a couple people that say, I step on the scale every single day.
And I mean, you even think of, if I weigh myself every morning, what did we do the night before? Maybe we didn't have a bowel movement. Maybe we didn't, maybe we ate a little bit more. Maybe we had this, and that. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I gained 1 or 2 pounds, and we go into freak out mode. And so, throw the scales away.
So with the InBody, it breaks down your body composition of fat mass, your muscle mass, and your body fat percentages too. So I'm going to have him demonstrate, and here's a couple things that you have to know about when it is the InBody to do a testing. So we ask that you don't eat at least 2 to 3 hours before testing. We ask that you do not exercise 6 to 12 hours before exercising. We want to make sure that you have access to both feet, so he is barefoot. And then we want to make sure that you do not drink any caffeine and you are staying very well hydrated with water. You do not want to shower or sauna immediately before your testing. No lotions on the hands or feet as well. And then if you do have a pacemaker or anything electronic device, we ask that you do not do this just because of the electromagnetics through the InBody that could actually throw off your results for it. So, and also women, if you are on your cycle, if you're menstruating, or if you are pregnant, we do ask that you do not do the scale as well. So what's going to happen is he is going to, and I will open this for you.
Oh, thank you.
You are very welcome.
I don't want to struggle.
He is going to wipe down his hands and feet, and then he's going to step on the scale.
Now I'm already rocking a wonderful golfer's tan on my feet, so we may have you may have to adjust the contrast because these are super white.
So right now, and she does talk to you and tells you what to do. So he's just going to stand completely still, and it's going to do his weight measurement. And you can't see this on the screen, but the next thing that normally happens, so he already has a member login, so he can log in. What ends up happening for new athletes, and I do not ever call you a client, by the way, you are still an athlete. You enter in your height, your age, and whether you are a female or male, because all of that takes into consideration. So go ahead and enter in your phone number. I will not reveal that out to the public.
Yeah.
It will ask him to confirm that he's 6 foot, I won't say his age, and he's a male. So now it's saying, wanting to make sure that the heels are on the electromagnetics and that it is fully covered. Now he's going to take the handles. He's going to put the thumbs down onto the base. He's going to have his arms straight, and they're going to be out as far as they can, so there is a gap into the armpit. Now, what it's going to do is have him stand here, and this is about 45 seconds. He cannot talk and he cannot move, so I will not distract him. I will be very nice. It does play music too for you, but this is about a 45-second composition analysis. And what ends up happening is that everything gets printed on a form for you, and it is stored in here. So you never have to, you can always take these home with you, but all of your information is in here, so you never have to worry about having to re-enter, because what it does is each time that you step on our scale, it actually comes up with a body composition history. So we can see all the changes within your body throughout that time. So the test is finished, and he's going to stay there. How was that? You can talk now.
Okay.
Was it painless?
Amazing. It was painless.
Okay. So you can put the arms down but still stay standing on the board. So now it will pop up with the InBody results. Your ID, I typically just have you use your phone number because it's the easiest thing to remember. And then we can go down and print. And I have this little printer right here that will have all of his results on here. So while that's printing, what's on this is really neat. So it shows your body composition analysis. It breaks down the body water, your dry lean mass, which is the muscle mass, your body fat mass. Also, it will go through your muscle fat analysis, and it will have your weight, your muscle mass, and the body fat mass all located in here. It does also do a obesity analysis. You may step down now that you are done. Way to go.
Yay.
And I would probably
Success.
recommend putting your socks on. So Also, it will break down your body fat mass index and your body fat percentages. The next portion of it we talk about is the segmental lean analysis, which is the muscle mass. So this will tell me, hey, I am under, I am right in range, or I'm over, and it breaks down into pounds and percentages. So the first bar on it ends up being where they would like you to be. The bottom bar shows where you're currently at. The next part of it talks about your body water and then that body composition history. So Scott, you lost some muscle mass.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I'm slacking.
So it goes through the body composition history. What I love about this too is the basal metabolical rate, which is the amount of calories that you need to have within your body just to stand and not move, not work out. It is strictly to just exist and live. It tells me how much you need to have within your calories. As the nutrition coach, especially if you are saying you're trying to gain muscle mass, lose weight, I can go through then and determine and figure out how much of your calorie intake that you want to continue to increase to lose fat. Nice thing is, it really opens up a bunch of people's eyes when they realize that, oh, I need 1,800 calories to live. That's a lot. Then, especially like for you, for example, you like to increase on muscle mass, so you have to have even more than this. And it becomes that eye opener of, I need to have food in order to live. There you go. So the nice thing is you can always take these home with you, and it's 60 seconds. It's very painless. Nice thing is you can fold this up. I still have all of your information stored in here, but then you can take this home for your own personal use as well. When I talk about how often you should do an in-body scale, I recommend once a month, quarterly. If you want to go every 6 months, it's whatever you're comfortable with, so you can be able to do that. Next off on this too is I go through and also do physical measurements. So I will actually do inches, and I go all the way from shoulders, chest, arms, waist, hips, thighs, and calves. So the whole body, each time that you come in, you get the scale and you get the inch measurements as well. It comes quite in handy that I end up feeling like I'm more of a tailor than anything else getting you ready for your suits. So all of that information is provided for you. It is $40 for your first initial one, and during that time we actually break down that whole sheet. After that, it's $20 afterwards. And the best way to get a hold of me is just to message me on Facebook or go through our website to contact me to do this. So this is open to the public. This is always at our gym, which is located in the Muscatine Mall. This has been probably one of our best investments, and probably this is my child at Impact. It really is. I love the information on this. If you are using a scale at home, toss it and come by and make sure that you are also understanding your body fat and your muscle mass and your lean segmental analysis. What do you have to say?
No, you've covered everything. Yeah, I can tell that I had slacked off in the gym a little bit. Muscle mass dropped a little bit. Body fat was up percentage point. So those are things you can't get from the scale.
No.
And there's more to what your body needs and understanding your body than just the weight. And that's what I think the biggest point for us and for Autumn to tell you is that number may or may not change, but even though you're doing all these workouts, but inside, this is what's able to tell you, yes, you're getting more muscle mass. Why aren't you losing weight? Well, you're losing a little bit of fat, but you're also gaining muscle. So maybe that's why. And so just to be able to flip the script and reframe your thinking in regards to what your weight actually tells you.
Yeah, the scale is just a number. It doesn't tell you anything else.
Correct.
So we do offer this up to the public. So if you would love to learn a little bit more about yourself and ways that maybe you haven't thought about before, just message me on Impact or go to our website and do a contact us. I would be happy to do this for you. This stores up to, oh my God, thousands of people can do this, and I have all of their information for that.
So $40 on the first one, and then at $20 after that, if you choose to do that on a monthly basis or 6 month or whatever.
Yeah.
But we also, as she talked about, we also talked to you in regards to what it means and how can we change up nutrition for you. So that's it.
Thank you for
You're welcome.
coming on today and being my guinea pig. I always appreciate
This is the second
that.
time we've kind of been successful 2 times in a row.
Yes, we have. We've been on our good behavior.
Jess is back there.
Jess is losing her mind. So until then, Muscatine, stay hydrated, stay happy, and stay healthy. I will see you tomorrow.